Welcome to today's team call. We are excited to have everybody with us. As I always say, we are better together. There's just a synergy that is created that makes us more powerful than each of us could be on our own. So, at any rate, today we're going to look at creative funding options for our combo cells with Michael Huggins. This is going to be a great opportunity for us to learn from one of the best. He is one of the hardest working people in Renatus, and the evidence comes because he is the highest income earner in the company last year. That is quite something in itself. He is also one of the co-founders of Team Elevate in our Salt Lake area. He is on the President's Advisory Council. He is a best-selling author. This guy just doesn't let the grass grow under his feet. He is out there doing things every day. And to encourage us and inspire us, he's here this morning. Michael, how are you, sir?
Morning, Ron. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Wealth Wednesday. And you're right, I'm the hardest worker. And I'm also trying to work hard and work smart at the same time. So that's why we're making these webinars so that you can learn from our trials, our mistakes, from our successes. You can shortcut your learning curve if you just pay attention to what we're sharing. So I'm glad you guys are all hopping on this morning. It's a beautiful day here in Salt Lake. I'm about to hop on a plane, head over to Denver. I got 3 follow-ups today. I got one at 1, one at 2, one at 3:30. Then I'm going to go home, change my clothes, and get to the office by 6 so we can run our meeting at 7. So hopefully your Wealth Wednesday is strawberry jam-packed with follow-ups too. If not, then let's make a change. Let's make the change. Your family needs you to make the change. Your pocketbook needs you to make the change. Your goals and aspirations need you to make the change. So let's keep our Wealth Wednesdays going. All right, quick reminder. We are running the Extra Mile Sales Contest, October 1st to December 31st. Remember, if you earn between $1,000 and $10,000, you will get high fives from me at Nationals. If you earn between $10,000 and $20,000, you will get a set of Costco or Walmart steak knives. If you earn between $20,000 and $35,000, you will get front row tickets at the next national convention, which is March 20th through the 30th. You should take that whole week off and plan on spending that time in Salt Lake City with all of us. If you are in the $35,000 to $50,000 bracket, that means you get an iPad Pro or a Surface Pro. Let's use them to make some money. Then, if you're between the $50,000 and $75,000 mark, you get a 5-day trip to Hawaii, including airfare and accommodations. You're more than welcome to bring a spouse or a friend, but we're only paying for you. Okie doke. And at the $75,000 to $100,000 mark, we're going to give you a lifetime membership to John Maxwell's training. You get coaching and mentorship training. You also get coached and mentored, and you're also part of a group of red apples. All these people ready and willing to work hard to change their lives. They're following John Maxwell's training. John says find a business and make some sales. So now we're in a room full of people who are like-minded, entrepreneurial, want to create a change, are coachable, and they buy combos. And if you are over $100,000, it's a 10-day trip to France, to Switzerland, and to Germany. It includes airfare, accommodations, race tickets, 2 activities in Switzerland, and we'll be bringing a film crew to record the whole thing so that we can repurpose that content, put it out on social media, get even more sales, and do it again. So excited, guys. It's a lot of hard work, and it's all up to you. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to you. No luck here, just hard work. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's switch over now to the whiteboard. Switching. Here we go. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Ron, will you please give me the host capabilities again? Thank you.
You bet.
Let's try this again, guys. Hey, you know how when you like do everything the exact same way as last time, but it doesn't work this time? Gosh, it's so weird. Who can explain that?
Looks like you got the reins again, Michael.
Is that working for you? Oh. Sorry, everybody. Michael, is that working better now?
There we go. Much better. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I am so grateful for Zoom, and every once in a while it decides to crash. Okay. So, welcome back. We just recapped our contest. Welcome back. I'm the one that left. Okay. Computer's happy. iPad is happy. I'm happy. You're happy. Let's get to work. So, like Ron said this morning, in Salt Lake City this Saturday, we have the intensive with Kendall Stock this Saturday. Okay, so we have a fix and flip intensive. Then in Denver, we have an auction intensive. And in Phoenix, we have the regionals. So what are you going to participate in, and what are you going to build for? Who are you going to, or what guests are you going to have at these events? So we're running a little contest, just so you guys know. We got big contest, we got little contest. So in Salt Lake City for this Saturday, we're going to be running a contest that says the person, the IMA who has the most guests over 5. If you got to have over 5 guests, will win. Guess what? You'll win $500. The IMA with the most guests over 5 will win $500 this weekend. Guess what? You don't have to be in the state to do that. You could be in Colorado and sending people over to the Salt Lake Fix and Flip this weekend. And if you got the most guests that show up, get checked in, boom, 500 smackaroos in your pocket. Let's do this. That's this Saturday. It's exciting stuff. Okay. Remember, there's also another bonus for this event. Okay, the bonus for the Salt Lake is it's $35, but that includes a spouse or business partner. So now it's a 2-for-1 special. 2-for-1 special. So what that means is you got to call all your folks, all your old leads, call your friends, call the new leads, go generate some new leads, make some ads, post them up, go talk to people, post flyers, talk to more people. Oh, and talk to people. Because think about it. This weekend, right now, you have 5 people show up. It's $35 a person. They can bring a friend. You get more than 5 there if you're the most, $500. Now, that's just a side bonus. If you remember, the law of averages says that if you have enough people in the room, you're going to also make some sales. So this is a double win. Think about it. You could get paid, and then the more guests you have, the more likely it is for guests as well. This is just for Saturday in Salt Lake City. Vanessa did give me permission to open up this offer to the Denver crew for the Denver auction intensive. Would you guys build for that? Just wondering. Okay, so Denver is going to be awesome. We're going to have Darren Davis, who's going to be teaching us how to analyze deals at auction, because there's so many opportunities out there that people think that they just got to sit on the internet and scroll through the MLS and scroll and scroll and scroll and try to network with the realtor. When really, if you just went to an auction, how many people don't go to auctions? So now you have this new skill set, this new understanding, and an unfair advantage. We are going to give you an unfair advantage. Okay, so Salt Lake is $35. Denver is $50, but it does include a nutritious, delicious lunch. Okay, and then the Phoenix Regionals is happening this weekend. I am so freaking excited. It's happening, guys. So I'm gonna be there Thursday. So it's this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm gonna get there Thursday morning. There's a couple IMAs that we'll be doing some follow-ups with, and then that Thursday night, I'm doing the 5 pillars. How much does it cost to put a guest into the 5 pillars presentation? Nothing. Okay. And the law of averages says that 1 out of 3 people will buy something when they sit in the room watching a 5 pillars presentation. 1 out of 3. Some of you are 1 out of 2. Some of you are 1 out of 5. But the average is 1 out of 3 people, when followed up correctly, will get will get a sale. And then you do it again and again and again and again and again. Right? You got to stack this dough. You got to pay your bills. You got to create a legacy. It's hard ass work. Somebody's got to do it. So Tyler, the Denver workshop is going to be November 3rd. November 3rd. Next Saturday. Yeah, buddy. Okay. What if one person gets the most at all 3 cities? Do they get $1,500? Well, that's a good question. That promo is not happening in Phoenix, because that is technically Dr. G's market, even though he's on my team. That's his gig, and instead of running a promo like that, we're just doing discounted regional tickets. So $1,000 is on the table. $1,000 on the table. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Please don't let it just stay in my pocket. Someone better get over 5 guests. Cool. Building, building, building. It's working, guys. Okay, so I'm going to be in the 5 pillars, running that in Phoenix. And we're going to make an offer for people to join us for a portion of the weekend. Unless they enroll, then they can come for the whole weekend. So they're going to be invited to a session, morning or afternoon session on Friday or Saturday, just so they can see more and fall in love with us more, and then pull out their credit cards and pay us more. That's what we do. So some of you are in Vegas. Some of you are in St. George, and you have not been to a regionals this week. This week. You have not been to a regionals ever. Then get on a plane, get in a car, do something, drive over there. If you need help with the regionals cost and you're coming from out of state, let me know. We can work something out. But you should not be sitting at home this weekend wondering what it's like to be at a regionals. You should get there. Okay. Also, you guys in California and Albuquerque, and some of you in Texas, come on now, get over here. There's only a couple more regionals. We got what? Phoenix, DC, and Seattle left over. So what are you going to be involved in? Come and play. Want to see there? Phoenix, Land of the Sun. Wonder, is that an escape? Is that an escape clause? Saying you're trying to get out of it? Just kidding. I know you guys are hard workers. But if you come to Phoenix too, let's have some fun in the sun. You know, one thing that the Southern California regionals was missing was a Michael Huggins. Just kidding. Well, I mean, that's real, but I heard it was awesome. I heard you guys did a fantastic job. All right, so this is what's on the schedule. This is what I'm working on. This is what you can plug in and leverage, right? If you realize all this is leverage. What are you leveraging? You're leveraging other people's time. Right? What are you leveraging? You're leveraging other people's time. What else are you leveraging? Well, I'm going to spend a bunch of money to fly instructors around. So now you're leveraging other people's money, right? Dr. G's renting a hotel and doing the whole thing for the regionals. Okay, so you're leveraging people's money. You're leveraging people's time. You know what else you're leveraging is people's energy. Right? People are putting a lot of good energy into this business and into the events. And that's something that you get to leverage. What else are you leveraging is other people's skills. Other people's skills. In order for you to make money, you don't have to have all the skills. Your customer just needs to see the information. So if you're in the room where someone is showing those presentation skills, the follow-up skills, the real estate skills, the communication skills, all of those skills, you get to leverage those too. This is a beautiful thing. If you're not leveraging, then skills are going to be used, are going to be spent. Are you just going to sit back and watch and let them be spent, or are you going to leverage them? There are some people who will leverage them and make a bunch of money with it and keep leveraging, and then there are some who will just sit back and wonder what it's like to make a bunch of money. All you got to do is contact people. Okay? Remember, this is a contact sport. You know what that means? That means the more people you contact, the more money you make. More contacts equal más dinero. More money. It's a contact sport. The more people you contact, the more money you make. So leverage this. Take a risk. Spend a couple dollars on Craigslist and get some ads going. Right? Call some Chamber of Commerce people. Call some meetups. Create a meetup. Funnel people to things. You guys know what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. And if you need help, you know who to call. We're all here to help. So leverage this. Cool. Exciting stuff. All right. Now, let's move back. Moving back. Let's talk about some funding. There we go. So far, we have talked about checking, savings, HELOC, 401k, IRA, and FICO credit score. Remember a couple other things about the FICO score. So I'll tell you what one of my guys is doing. This guy named Gentry, a few of you met him. He called off one of my ads, and I brought him to an event. Dane did a fantastic job at the follow-up, showing him how HELOCs work. Well, he has $30,000 in credit cards and a $27,000 balance. You know why? Is because before he joined Renatus, he bought another goofball guru package and didn't get what he wanted, but still was committed to real estate, found us. This was 6 months ago. He spent 30 grand, and now here he is spending another 20. He's a 24-year-old. He's a badass. He's committed. And guess what? He flipped burgers for 8 years. That's his job. Burger flipper for 8 straight years. Okay, so some of you judge too quickly your customers and their positions about their ability to buy a combo or not. Don't judge. Okay, so he only has 3 grand. But what he did was he went and got a HELOC with his FICO score. He got a HELOC for $30,000. So now what he's going to do is take this, pay off the balance, but now he'll have $27,000 on the HELOC. But then he's going to call all these credit cards. He's got 6 credit cards. He's going to call all of them, get those 0% back, and get some limits increased. And he's going to call me. Let's see, what is today? It's the 24th. So he basically has until the 29th to pay me, or he's going to lose out. I told him I'd give him a little concession, a little gift, a little prize, a little giveaway of a suit. We were doing our follow-up, and he complimented me on my suit. When we started talking about the psychology of clothing and how Napoleon Hill talks about that in Think and Grow Rich. And I said, you know what? And I paused for a sec, and that pause when you say, you know what? That pause, I grabbed all of his attention. Not some of his attention, all of his attention. I said, here's the thing. You know you're going to do this with me. This is going to be exciting. We're going to make a bunch of money together. But I'm interested in action. I am interested in action. Okay, in my world, action is rewarded. So here's the action I want you to take. I want you to pay for your combo by October 29th, that Monday. Now, why does it need to be October 29th? Because the last payday of the month is October 30th. So if his money is in by the 29th, then on the 30th, I wake up to a $10,000 check. So I said, here's the thing. If you pay by the 29th and you take that action, you and I will go get some tailored suits. We'll get some suits together. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go to Joss A. Banks, and guess what they do? They do these specials, 2 for the price of 1. So I'm going to buy him a suit, and I get a free one. Or I'm going to buy myself a suit and give him the free one. It doesn't matter. We both need suits. So now, not only is he going to be able to show up to the meetings in a more professional way, but he'll be able to show up to all of his meetings in more professional ways. One-on-ones where he's raising capital, he's trying to close his own business. He's just going to feel better, look better. I've created a timeline and an incentive with some urgency. And it's also something I'm going to benefit from too. Get myself a suit. I did this last month with Humberto. And he took the action, bought his combo, and him and I went and bought suits. It's so much fun. And guess what? You could turn the suit person who's helping you into a lead, into a prospect. That's what Dane Clark did. He told me about how he used this strategy and went and made some more contacts with people who sell suits. Eloy, a suit at John C. Banks is around $500 to $600, maybe $700, depending on quality material. So you can buy a suit, a shirt, and a tie. You know, sometimes it's $400, sometimes it's $700. Either way, for me, if it's under $1,000 and I'm getting $10,000, that cost per acquisition is a killer deal. So good question there. Now, there's a lot of people who are spending money on Facebook trying to, they have to use 20, 30, 40% of the revenue just to get a sale. We're here, I'm using less than 10% to get a sale. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's cover a few more ideas. Next one is going to be stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. So this one's pretty popular because this is when people finally do the math. They finally realize, oh my goodness, this isn't going to work. So what I've seen people do is cash out, or liquidate. Now, guess what? You have to prepare your guests. If this is something they're going to do, you got to just let them know, hey, when you call your broker and you do your cash out, they are going to be resistant to it. They're going to discourage it. They're going to say, why are you doing this? They're going to say, well, don't you know if you stay in, you're going to get even more. So stay in, stay in. You're going to say, no, I want to cash out. So you got to let them know they're going to receive that resistance from the person who's posing as their friend. Now, if they're just dealing with a brokerage house and they don't have an actual broker, then it's not going to be as resistant. But still, their whole job, all the brokers, the stockbrokers, bond brokers, their whole job is to keep your money in and keep it there. So you will get that resistance. Just let them know. One challenge with mutual funds is sometimes they have a time limit where they have to be, that money just has to be there. It has to be locked up and be there. You know, some people buy 1, 2, 3 year kind of mutual fund. So if you run into that, then just follow up appropriately. But I've seen a lot of successful people who had no money in their 401k. They didn't have a good credit score, but they've been buying stock over the last several years. Cash it out. What is it doing for you right now? Let's get to work. Let's go turn this into something that will pay us that'll be able to pay our bills.
You did
pay, a couple bucks a month. All right. Next one. Okay, remember. So Natalie said, I just cashed out of my 401k, and over 6 years, I made $50 on top of my $500 I put in. Right, so what are we waiting for? All right, let's do the math. Let's not just blindly follow some stockbroker's advice. We've got to pay attention. Got to pay attention. All right. Okay. Guys, stop turning your cameras on. All right, next. The next one, idea, is going to be vehicles or other loans with equity. Now, here's what that looks like. So, I recently had a guy who had a paid-for Honda CRV. It's one of those little SUVs, okay? He bought it for like $8,000, did double payments, worked overtime before we met him, and he paid it off quickly. Well, now he owes $0 on it. He owes $0, but the value is worth about $5,000. Now, how do we find the value? We don't just guess. Okay, so here's what I would recommend you go to. You go to kbb.com, kellybluebook.com. Punch in your customer's car. Like, I'll sit there, I'll put my laptop, I'll say, let's find out how much your car is worth. They go, I think it's worth $2,000. Oh, I think it's worth 10. That's a pretty big range. Let's check. So you go to kellybluebook.com and found out, it's worth $5,000. You go, and for a second he's like, but I don't want to go back into debt. I just paid it off. And I just gave him a look. Sometimes you give people a look when they're being silly. I gave him a look, and he goes, but I could pay it off again. Yeah, you could pay it off again. Okay, so here's what he did is he went to a credit union. Okay, the key here is credit unions are way easier to work with, especially if it's a used vehicle, not a new vehicle. Places like Chase Bank and these bigger banks will only lend on new vehicles or vehicles that are less than 5 years old. Let's say your customer's got a 10-year-old car. Okay, still worth $5,000. Okay, let's go to a credit union. Right now, credit unions are doing like 1.9, 2.9% interest on a car loan. And this is over 60 or 72 months. So now what we're looking at is your customer is going to have a payment of like, excuse me, 80 to $100 a month. And now they can pull out, and what credit unions are doing is they're doing an LTV. You guys remember what that means? A loan to value of 90 to 110%. So there are some credit unions who will give you $5,500 for a $5,000 car. Now you take that loan, you got that money. So now you're in possession of 5,000. Now what do we do? Depends on the person. Maybe we just keep it simple and we just do UGA down payment. We just keep it simple. But maybe what we do is they might have a credit card, $1,000 credit card with a balance of $900. Well, that's hurting their FICO score. So if they take some of this, pay this off, then they can go in to get funded online. And now that they have a better FICO score, a car loan does help your FICO score profile. Having a collateralized installment loan helps your credit overall. Not 10 of them, but one of them. Okay, so now we get an installment loan with collateral, pay off the credit card, go to get funded. Now it might take, another 2 to 3 weeks before we get the money and pay for a combo. But if you're not certain that they're going to hang around for 2 or 3 weeks while this new process is going through because they just went through another process to get their loan from their car, then just have them pay for their essentials, let them learn a little bit more about credit, and then have them go in to get funded online. Or have them put $4,000 down on their $8,000 advance combo. Show them the compensation plan. Make sure they know all the benefits they get from having an advanced. And they might put $4,000 down of their $5,000 on an advanced. If you're 5-star and they put $4,000 down, you get $2,000. Then they would only have a payment of like $50 a month to UGA for their advanced combo. Okay, so now it's costing them $50 a month for UGA, and it's costing them $100 for their car. Boom. It's a beautiful thing. Having that conversation with people about using their car, or even if let's say they only owed $2,000 on their $5,000 car, they can go to a different credit union and do the same thing. Say, hey, I want to pay off this loan. I would like to maximize, what is your LTV? What is your interest rate? Shop around for a little bit. Do not do a title loan from a Quicken loan, payday loan, check into cash place. No payday loans. Okay, none of those, or title loans that come from payday loan places. No. None of that crap. Credit unions only, or your bank. But yeah, think about it. That car is an asset. It's just sitting there. Someone's struggling to pay their bills. They spend exactly what they make every single month. If this paid-for car, just sitting in their driveway, it's stored currency. It's just sitting there. So what if we help them tap into that and then put those dollars to work? The dollars are sitting in the car's value. Let's put it to work, even if it's only $1,000. They can get their essentials. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter. Now, some people you meet have a $50,000 car, and some are riding their bike. So it doesn't apply to everyone. But this is another great way. Now, some people will go get their auto loan for $5,000. They'll go get $20,000, or let's say they got $20,000 in a 401k. They can only pull out 10. Now they got 5 plus their 10, and then they cash out on some stocks for the other 5. Now they have their 20,000. You can absolutely combine ideas. In fact, you make way more money if you do. And then just keep showing people the benefits of the combo versus the essentials. Keep showing the benefits. Okay, next. Signature loans. Here's how signature loans work. You have to have a W-2 to get a signature loan. Okay, and what they'll do is you'll go down to your bank or credit union. Again, places like this or strategies like this usually work better with the credit union because it's more personal. But you have to have a W-2, and then what you'll do is you'll take in 2 months of pay stubs. You show them 2 months of pay stubs, and you have a decent credit score. Then what they'll do is they will give you 2 months of gross income. as a loan. That's what they'll do for your signature loans. You gotta have a W-2. I recommend credit union. Bring in your pay stubs. They will give you 2 months of gross income. So if someone's making, 30 grand a year, that's 2,500 a month. So they'll get a $5,000 loan, cash. Here you go. They put that cash in their checking account, and then they got to make their payments back. Well, a signature loan is anywhere from 2 to 7% interest. So if someone gets a 7% interest loan on $5,000, signature loans are for 5 years, generally speaking. But you can get them for 2-3 years also. 2 to 7 for 5 years. So now they're looking at just a couple bucks a month. Again, these things are very low payments, where we can get a good chunk of cash up front to then get started working on our business, right? At the end of the day, you got to have conversations with people and say, hey, you have a big dream. You have a big goal. You have big desires and aspirations. But if you have a little bit of faith, or you have a little bit of work ethic, or a little bit of belief, it's not going to work. So do you think people who are titans of industry, who've created something, from the ground up, people like Richard Branson or Paul Mitchell or Tommy Hilfiger, right? All these people were literally selling their stuff out of the trunk of their car. They were literally riding the bus around trying to make their business happen. Do you think if they knew that they could cash in on a signature loan and get a couple $1,000s to keep their business going, you think they would do that? Cool. So if you don't have the will and the determination and the desire to put into this program in order to obtain what you want, then you will never get it. You must be obsessed with your outcome and be willing to take a little bit of risk. Be willing to go borrow some money. You got to borrow money to do real estate anyway. Some people will be like, oh, I'll never do a signature loan. That'll ruin my credit. No, it won't. You're using your credit to get some cash so we can keep developing a business. This is a strategy for business, okay? Some people will be like, well, I paid off my car and I don't want to get a signature loan. I'm trying to make money. Okay, the reason why I think these are good ideas for buying your combo are because once people have the combo and have the program, they're getting to work to make money. If you were using these strategies to pay your bills, then this is a losing situation. You would never do a signature loan or an auto loan to try to pay your bills. It doesn't work like that. That's not what I'm proposing. What I'm proposing is use your reputation, use your collateral, use what you have to build the business, because you're going to make more money than you're spending. That's the whole plan. That's the whole strategy with this, not to pay your bills. Okay, I've been listening to, in Audible, I've been listening to the book called Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. It's the story of Nike and how Nike came about, and just listening to how they struggled at the beginning for just a couple grand to keep their inventory, keep the shoes on the shelves. Then they would sell them. Then they'd have to go get more inventory, but the shipments were late and the banks weren't helping them and all this crazy stuff. So if you could have gone to Phil Knight and said, hey, Phil, remember, you could go get $5 grand from your car. You got that paid for car. You can go get $5 grand and keep your business rolling. Of course he would do it. Now he's a mega billionaire. Of course he would. So if people who at the bottom were willing to do it and make it to the top, and you're talking to your customer and they're like, oh, I'm not going to do a signature loan. I think I'll save it up. Like, you know what then? How are you going to save your way to wealth? If you're in a position to get the money now, get the money now. Right? Put your money where your mouth is. Let's get to work. There's so much abundance and prosperity out here for everyone to have. You just got to get to work. Got to go find the money. Depends on where you're at is where your money will come from. Okay? But if they're not willing to go borrow some money, they're probably not going to ever do a real estate deal with you because they have that attitude. So correct that. Challenge their thinking. Okay? Challenge their thinking. Get permission to challenge their thinking. When we're talking about these new ways. Some people are like, oh, I don't know about that. Then get permission and say, can I challenge your thinking on this? I'll put it right here. Can I challenge your thinking on this? Right, they're saying, well, I just paid off my car. Okay, well, let me challenge your thinking on that a little bit. This is a stored asset where money is your employee. Money is your employee. Money is your employee. Every dollar is an employee that needs to go work for you. If you're leaving all of your dollars in your car all locked up, how hard are they going to work for you? They're not going to work. And then your customer is going to say, oh, well, why don't I just, go get some overtime and save up money for a couple months? You go, okay, that's fine. Do that in addition to what we're doing. But that is not the solution, because now you're falling back into the old habits of working for money, when clearly the whole program is about making money work for you. So challenge your thinking on that. Bring that up. Let's go get that money, right? You got a good reputation with the bank. You got a decent credit score and a job. And the bank says, great, we'll give you some money. So challenge your thinking on that. All right, next one is going to be love money or angel investors. Someone out in the world loves your customer. Someone does. Person, the prospect that you're talking to, someone loves them. So we got to find some love money or some angel investor. Okay. Now, why would someone be an angel investor? Why would someone do that? What is the point of that? Well, first of all, you got to understand that the energy of money is abundance. So when you start to meet people that have a lot of money, they want to see more people with money too. You got to understand this. People with money want more people with money to have more money and more of it and more people. That's how they think. That's how they got so much money. So now we're going to go approach people. When you are talking to your customer, I want you to ask this question. Who do you know? Who do you know that has 20 grand? Who do you know that has 20 grand? Who do you know? And you got to listen carefully to their answer, because you're going to say, who do you know that has 20 grand? And they're going to say, oh, nobody in my life would ever lend me 20 grand. And you got to stop them and say, I didn't ask who would lend you money. I asked, who do you know that has 20 grand? Who do you know that has 20 grand? That's a way different question. You got that? So then you say, give me 5 people. Tell me right now 5 people that you know that have 20 grand. Well, technically my mom does, but she'd never give it to me. Oh, shut up. Don't give me your limits. Okay, so your mom. All right, who else? Your grandma. Oh, cousin George from Florida. Okay. Oh, your old Boy Scout troop leader. Okay, and your neighbor. Awesome. All right, now here's what we're going to do. Now we got our list of angel investors. We're going to go create some conversations and some opportunity with people. We got to create these conversations, and we got to focus on adding value. So these 5 people, they need some more value. So what can we do to add value? This is our primary question. How can we add value to these people's lives? How can we add value? So some of them want a better rate of return. Some of them want to pay less in taxes. Some of them just want to see you succeed. Some of them will put the money in and not charge you interest and just want to see you better your life so that you can take care of your family. Okay? This is not, let's be clear, this is not a handout. No handout. Handouts are called welfare, and we're capitalists. So we don't want to hand out. No. We want versus a hand up, right? These angel investors, these people with money, they're in a better position in life. They have a higher stature in life. So, okay, if you're up there, great. I don't want a gift. I'm not looking for charity. What I'm looking for is a little bit of belief. I'm looking for a hand up, right? I'm looking for, right, in the stairs of life, right? We got a guy right here who's succeeding compared to the guy down here. And when I say succeeding, meaning he has more control over his resources, okay? So instead of this guy just carrying on, getting richer and richer, what he's going to do is he's going to reach down and help this guy up. This is what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a hand up situation, not a handout. Okay, so this is the perspective and the mindset you got to give your customer when we're talking about this strategy. Is we're going to approach them with a hand up. Okay, and we're going to go for 30 grand. We're going to go for 30 grand, so we can use 20 for education, use 1 or 2,000 to set up an LLC, and maybe buy a new laptop or something like that so we can get to work if you have a really crappy laptop. And then you're going to set aside the other 8,000 and you're going to start making payments to your angel investor on the 30 grand that you borrowed, and we're going to get to work. That would be an ideal situation, getting 30 grand. Now, some of your angel investors might only give them 2,000 just to get started, just on the base package. No problem. If they went and got $2,000 from their angel investor, I'd say, great, put that down on a UGA Advanced. You put 2 grand down, it's $200 a month. Can you afford $200 a month? Perfect. Okay, so let's make a list. Who do you know that has 20K? At least 5 people. Now, your customer might make a list of 50 people. Great, let's call them all. The whole premise and the reason why we're putting them on the list is because we want to add value to them. Okay, we don't want to take value. We want to add value. And some of them might, if you think about it, if they got a list of 5 and they got 2 grand from their cousin, then you call grandma and you say, hey, grandma, cousin just gave me 2 grand for this new venture I'm starting. How much are you going to contribute? Of course, I'm going to pay you back. But how much do you want to put in? And then we can start to leverage the fact that other people are being your investors to get even more investors. Totally works.
We have meetings about new restaurants.
Okay. So there's more to this. There's a couple more. I want to add some more value to your world. So we're going to spend next Monday covering the other 3 or other 4. Use what we've been covering. Go back and review the recordings. Share the recordings with people. Let's go make some money. It's Wealth Wednesday. It's the only one you got. Work hard at it. Stay focused. Add value. We're in it to win it, guys. In it to win it. Remember, it's as easy as doing it. So get to work. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.